Hello, welcome back. We are now resuming the flight towards Boston. We are intercepting the 266 course towards Boston. Next waypoint is Scoop, and Scoop is located at 37 nautical miles from Boston. We have selected the landing on runway 33 left, ILS 110.7, heading 330, and identification is India Lima India Papa. We are now intercepting the 266 radial in a few moments. We are also descending to 11,000 feet to be at 11,000 feet by Scoop, where we will turn left on heading 247. And from there we continue the descent to 3,000 feet. So I was looking at the crash we had previously, and it seems that it was better pushback for a strange reason. Wi-Fi not found. It's a little bit weird. Okay, back on track now. Probably don't need to descend that early. I was not sure. So of course, in order to restart from here, what we had to do is to take off from Boston and come back here, as I did not have the flight saved, which is annoying, of course. So Scoop is now 42 miles ahead. We are passing flight level 190, so we can select altimeter 3026. So after Scoop we turn left towards Coas, and there is the intercept point with the ILS, and we should be there at 3,000 feet. So runway 33, we select auto brakes 2, 33 left. On the radio page we have tuned the ILS already, 110.70. In fact, we can already put that in. Well, I was thinking about nav2, but it's a little premature. I better use nav1 for that to have some DME indication. So we have the green arc telling us that we'll be at 11,000 feet at Scoop, and from there we can turn left on the heading 247. So 247 is already preset into the heading knob. outside temperature -20. We do not have many clouds, so probably we will not select engine anti-ice, but what we should do is to put the seatbelt signs on. So altimeter 3026 is set, auto brakes 2 is set, the ILS is tuned. Now we are waiting for the left turn towards COAS, Charlie Oscar Hotel Tango Alpha Sierra. Did I spell it right? It's Charlie Oscar Hotel Alpha Sierra. COAS. Then Nîmois, and then runway 33 left. Passing now 16,000 feet. Don't see anything below. And Boston is 63 nautical mile. So at Boston 37 nautical mile, we turn left on to the heading 247. And we descend to 3,000 feet. So COAS distance from scoop is 35 nautical mile, and we have to descend 8,000 feet. So at 3 miles per 1,000 feet, that's 24 miles. Should be good. Check the speed, any speed restriction. So nothing at scoop. Now we will use probably 240 and be at COAS at 180 knots. So what appears range ring here is the 20-mile range ring around the runway, 33 left. So the 20-mile range ring, we should be at 6,000 feet. Airport elevation is of course 20 feet, so it's basically the sea level. Now we are seeing some sign of the coast. Passing now 13,000 feet 400 for 11,000 feet. And we will reduce the speed to 240 knots. outside temperature is now minus 14 degrees, but there is no moisture. Boston 46. That's 9 miles to go. And we turn left to heading 247.
Thousand to go.
1,000 feet to go. We need to be level at 11,000 feet by scoop. Which we will meet easily. 500 feet to go now. And 6 miles. Leveling now 11,000 feet. Can reduce the speed to 230 and prepare the descent to 3,000 feet. Boston 39. 2 miles to go. .38, 1 mile. .37.5, turning left, and we descend to 3,000 feet. Reduce the speed to 220 knots. On the nav1 radio, we can select now the ILS, and nav2 the same. We have no signal yet, of course. 330. So below the 10,000 feet we can have the landing lights on. Taxi lights, starter switches to continuous, logo light on. Passing 9,500 for 3,000. Speed 220 knots. So for a good interception with the ILS, we should be on heading 300. So as soon as we see the extended runway centerline, we will turn right. And we will shoot for interception at 10 nautical miles from the runway. So that's why we put those rings. So we are 10 miles for the 20 nautical mile ring, and the 10 nautical mile ring is where we will intercept the ILS. 5,000 feet to go. So when we level at 3,000 feet, we will then reduce the speed to 180 knots with flaps 5. Passing now 7,000 feet to 3,000 feet. So there is the first sign of the extended runway centerline. So we should intercept at that crossing, also when the extended centerline crosses the range wing, and on a heading 300. Minus 8 degrees outside. So we could probably use, no, we just are. I was just saying that we could switch on the engine anti-ice, but it was not required. So we have the landing light on. We are passing 5,500 feet for 3,000 feet. We wait a little. Course to intercept will be 270, but that is too steep. We need 300. There is the coast coming, and the airport should be there on the right. Passing now 5,000 feet for 3,000 feet. So 10 miles for the speed reduction, so that's probably good enough, and we can reduce the speed right now. 180. Thrust is idle, and we are just gliding for the moment because, as you can see, the speed does not reduce. This plane doesn't like to descend and reduce the speed at the same time.
1,000 to go.
So we do have the identification of the ILS. So India Lima India Papa is identified on heading 330. That is the correct ILS. 17.3. (3,400 feet for 3,000). Still 220 knots. Now leveling at 3,000. And the speed is finally reducing. And select flaps 1 already. And we initiate the right turn to heading 300 to establish on the ILS. Select Vorlock, flaps 2. Flaps 5. You see that we will roughly intercept the ILS at the 10 mile, which is fantastic. So 180 knots, we can select auto throttle off and thrust at 50. (52). A little more is required. 55. So 3,000 feet, speed 179, 180 now. The localizer is not yet active. And neither the glide. Glide slow. Now it is 2 dots intercepting the localizer. And we have a glide slope also. We can select approach mode, heading 324. Altitude hold, DME 9.5. We can select gear down as we descend the glide. Gear down 3 green, nearly, now, flaps 15. And we maintain 160. Runway is in sight. Auto brake set to 2. passing 2,400 feet for 20 feet. So decision altitude will be 220 feet, usually 200 feet above ground level. .4 nautical mile to go. Nautical mile, passing 1,600 feet. We can select flaps 25, flaps 30, and maintain 150 knots. .1,200 feet. .1,000 feet. Autopilot off. 3 miles. Wind is from the left. 10 knots. A little low.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Close throttle. Why is he saying hard landing? This is not true.
.80 knots.
Reverses off. Auto brakes off.
Thank you for flying Ryanair. Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again.
On the brakes.
Ryanair.
And we turn left on taxiway November.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to this airport. For your own comfort and safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft has come to complete.
So landing lights off.
Switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please refrain from smoking until you have reached the designated smoking area.
Runway
If you
turn
are outside the terminal building.
off.
On
Off.
behalf of your crew on board today, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us, and we wish you a safe onward journey.
And we can start the APU. Lights illuminate. 1 2, 3, 4, release. Turning left on Alpha 1. Flight director off. And we select this stand. Hope these drivers know what they are doing. Just in time, my friend. And there we are. Parking brake set. APO gen on. Bleeder on. Cutting engine number 1, engine number 2. Fuel pumps off. Taxi lights off. Seatbelt signs off. IRS off. Window heat off. Electric hydraulic pumps off. Packs off. Engine bleeder off. Here we are in Boston, finally. Thank you, and see you tomorrow for another flight. Probably Boston, Montreal. Seems good to me. And we will check this better pushback, because it is a little bit weird. Thank you. See you.